monumental day. Yesterday was a monumental day for my colleague Paul and I in our federal cases against Pfizer. Shift could be seismic. The almost 10,000 women took the birth control Depo Provera later got diagnosed with a brain tumor known as a meningioma. In September, we were in federal court, first major hearing on this, and we felt really good about it. Then a few weeks later, we got an order and that the judge would be postponing her decision on that first major hearing until the FDA decided whether or not to add a warning label to Depo Provera specific to the risk of meningiomas. The process with the FDA is a complicated one. There are things that companies can do that help specifically frame certain applications in order to get a result that benefits them or at least doesn't harm them as much. So admittedly, we were not feeling awesome about that, as you just never know. It became pretty clear that whatever the FDA decides is probably going to dictate how these cases go. If they decline to add a warning label, which we thought would be odd considering that other regulatory bodies in other countries have been warning about this risk for like a decade, it'd be really good for Pfizer. If they decided to add a warning label, that would be unbelievably good for all these cases and all these women. The amount of time that has gone into this is insane. I have over 2,000 hours just since February on these cases. Basically consumed my career and pretty similar to Paul at this point. Yesterday morning, I opened up my email to find an alert from the FDA. They have agreed with the research and they have added a warning label to Depo Provera. Not only is this huge for all the women who currently have diagnoses, it appears they also have gone a step further, specifically putting in the warning that doctors and prescribers and physicians should be on the lookout for women who have taken Depo Provera and present at an appointment with symptoms and signs of a meningioma. That means practically, not only do we have much more leverage for the women that we represent, but all those women out there who do not yet have a diagnosis, probably because they've struggled to be heard or be listened to or be taken seriously by many doctors and physicians that, yes, have become aware of this and are pushing for testing, but also many more who are not and have said, I've never heard of that before, I'm sorry. That warning label, which was immediately put up on Pfizer's website, will mean that so many more women are taken seriously on this. These cases will continue to pile up. We'll still be taking on more. But for all the women out there who have messaged me saying that they have these symptoms, but haven't been able to get their doctor to take it seriously, this is what you need. This is what you needed. I'm emotionally and physically exhausted. Yes, like there's still a lot more to happen in these cases. You never know what's gonna happen. But yesterday felt a little bit like we've been trying to get out of a locked room for a year. We started to see some light. And then yesterday it felt like we found a key. That is why apps like this are so important, because without it, so many people wouldn't know about this. Thank you for your trust in me and Paul, and for this platform that has allowed us to do this work. I'm constantly surprised by what my life has become. Hard work doesn't really get you all the way. You always need a little bit of luck. Forever credit all of you for giving me that. Love y'all. Stay safe.